Alright guys, welcome to another question and answer video. Alright, my comment section, so let's get started. Try to find my first question, okay. Says my guy, I got a 75R635 that needs a new LCD panel. Do you have any ideas on how to get a new LCD panel for it? Yes, just buy the whole TV. Alright, it's only $100 more for the whole television, okay? Tell people that all the time. Appreciate you, Gary. Okay, thanks for the grade. Okay, so Ezra asked me, thanks for the video, it's great. Appreciated that, Ezra. I have the same problem with LG 55UH625B. Where can I find the parts? Please. I couldn't find the right one. Can you send me a link? Well, that's kind of a broad question. I don't know what parts you're looking for, and I don't even know if that's the right model number, but if you double check the model number first, okay? Make sure you got the right model number, and just Google LG 55UH625B parts, or whatever board you need, and then she come up. Alright, so if I send you a link, that's the only way that I'm going to find it myself. If I don't, if you're looking for a certain part. Go on eBay, Shop Jimmy, or just Google the part or the part number. All right, Ezra, thanks for the question. Big Dog, you're the man. Appreciate that, Jason. See, EVT, Nika says, friend I have is a single bore, and it seems a short one. Okay, would you help me with how to solve, or what points to review? The bore is a UN. Okay. First of all, Nika, I don't eat pork anymore, so you might as well keep that bore for yourself. No pigs, okay? But I'm assuming you're trying to say bore. I'm just being funny there. I really don't understand the question. I have a single board. It seems to have a short. Okay, you have a short on the board. Would you help me how to solve, or what points to review? Well, if you're trying to find a short, you must have, and you have to ask this question, then you have to have some experience in electronics, so that's kind of a broad question. I'm sorry I can't answer that, Nika. Arduino, appreciate that, Arduino, my boy. Make sure you subscribe. I don't see the subscribe icon next to your name, like my man Grilled Chicken Wrap got right here. Okay. Grilled Chicken Wrap. What the flux is going on? What the flux is going on? Thumbs up, my brother. All right. Let's find some questions. My foot hurts. Okay. Well, if you're talking about removing the whole strips or testing them, I don't know why you want to cut the paper, because you'll have to. I mean, I feel like that's even more work, cutting paper. I guess it all depends on what you're trying to do. If it's got like one strip. One LED or something, yeah, you can probably cut the paper around it, but, my thing is just pull the whole paper off. This is my opinion. All right, Skippy. All right. Okay, let's see. All right, it says, Travis. Hello, my Samsung TV won't power on. No lights or sound of any kind. When I unplug the power supply board from the main board, the backlights come on. Could it be a faulty main board? Absolutely. But to go even further is plug the main board back, unplug the TCON board. Okay. If it comes on with the TCON board plugged in, with the TCON board unplugged, if it comes on again, then it's something wrong with the TCON board or the panel. All right, so I'll show you an example right here. Okay, So, all right, so this here is obviously a TCON board, okay? So after you unplug the power supply from the main board, the TV comes on, lights up. Of course, you won't have a picture or whatever, but it's gonna have backlights. Yes, go ahead, plug it back in, plug the power supply and the main board back in, and then unplug the connector coming from the main board to the TCON board. Okay, unplug that. Try it again. Plug the TV back in. Try it again. If it comes on, all right. Then again, then you know the main board is probably good. It's something to do with either the TCON board or the panel. So now you plug it back in, okay, and then you unplug both of these, or these are going to the panel, to the driver boards on the panel. You unplug these one at a time, or both of them, or whatever, and until it comes on again. Okay, then you know you got a bad panel. All right, but like I said, if you unplug the TCON board and it still comes on, place the TCON board. If not, place the main board, just like you said. Very good question. Very good question. Where were you, Mr. Travis? Appreciate you for watching. Thank you, swapping. Okay. All right, here's EBT again, okay? Says, hello, sir. It's my pleasure. I have a TV that doesn't give anything. Stingy TV, huh? You know I should check this board since it's only a 55 UN BN. Okay. All right. You probably have to take it to a technician in your area. Okay, because that's kind of a broad question once again. I can't understand it. Sorry. Thanks, Gwen. This repair shows the voltages. Bravo. All right. TLC Roku TV. Appreciate it for watching. Appreciate you for watching, Chris. You have nice looking hands. Oh, thanks. I use palm olive, okay? All right. You also enunciate your instructions so well, and not one filler syllable or word through the entire presentation. Like, Well, I do say a lot, so I, and okay, so, all right, here you go. Okay, I have the same problem with the same TV. I need to order those suction cup things. Now, I did have some. You can order. It depends on if you're working on a big TV. I had some regular, smaller suction cups that you can hold. That you can hold with your. That you can hold with your fingers. Okay. Yes, I would recommend suction cups. Definitely. But they do have some smaller ones that you can use, like the little two smaller ones. I thought I had some over here. I had a whole box of them. I can't find them. If you can't find these, you're just working on like a 50-inch or smaller, a 42-inch, something like that. You can use the smaller ones if you got two people, because the main thing you want to do is just lift the TV up enough where you can put your hand up under it. Okay, and if you got two people, you can on both sides, you can place it down on a flat surface where it's not going to get, bent or anything. So, because a lot of people, what happens is they'll try to stick their hand up under the screen, or stick like something long, like a flathead or like a pry tool or something. And what happens is that's what happens is they'll actually chip the edge of the screen doing that. So basically, yeah, you do need suction cups. I do recommend them. If you can't find the ones that I have, like I said, just get the smaller ones they use for cell phones, and just get a couple of them, or 2 or 4 of those, and that should do the trick. Okay. So thanks for the question, back cracking videos, amigo. Okay, so Queen, will I get shocked from an electric shock? That is pretty obviously. Yes, you will. Okay, yes, you will get shocked from an electric shock. Okay, there's no doubt about that. All right. Hi, big dog. How are you? I just wanted to know, where did you buy those LED light strips, and if you don't mind telling. I sure don't. I got those strips. If you're referring to this TV right here, this 55-inch TCL, I bought those strips off of Shop Jimmy. Just go to shopjimmy.com. Let me see why I'm on the computer here. I can do that. All right, let's see. Yes. Put in your model number. Do an example, 55S40, I think, yeah, 1 or 5. You put the model number of your TV in, and these are all the parts you're gonna find. Okay, and here are some strips. Here's some strips again with these suction cups. I don't like those suction cups they got at Shop Jimmy, but as far as the parts, you should have everything you need. Power cords, power supply, and always double check the part number or the actual picture and make sure it's the same picture. Make sure everything matches up, okay, as best as you can before you order it. All right. Okay. Anthony Do, someone's. Okay, Anthony Do says, sorry, I meant to say, I'm in the process of fixing the LEDs now. Okay, I was talking about the Sony there, right? They turned on. When I went to the next step, the LEDs will turn on and blinks amber and green. Uh-oh. Are you sure you put in the music strips in there? I don't know why the LEDs turn green. Unless you mean the screen blinks green and amber. Maybe that's what you're saying. If it does, you would definitely have to check and make sure that you connected the LDVS cables back correctly. Make sure they get a good connection, and all your flat ribbon connectors coming from the panel and the driver boards, make sure all those are in correctly, unless you actually damage the screen. All right. That's right, Michael. If you break the screen, you are SOL. Okay, again, this is on. He gave me this. Put this comment on a DVD repair video. Okay, if it ain't broke, fix it. He said, if it ain't broke, keep in mind, if you avoid a video because of dislikes, you also avoid some of the advertising. Okay, how to restore it? Yes, that is correct. If it ain't broke, yeah, because I hate. Yeah, that's correct. I hate advertisements. I hate commercials. Appreciate you, Emmanuel. Okay, grilled chicken wrap asked me. He says he got 35-inch Sony. Okay, I just worked on one of those, as a matter of fact, and it blinked 6 times. All right. Okay, I try to bypass the error wire like you did. I noticed that when my TV starts up, you can see half of the screen with the spinning Android, and then it shuts off. My TV is not edge lit, mine is LED backlight. If it is a LED backlight issue and I bypass the error code, TV will come on and stay on, and then I can see the half screen will be dark. Just replace the LED strip. That's a pretty good question, grilled chicken wrap. I appreciate you for subscribing too. Yeah, well, if you think it's an LED problem and you bypass, because you got a half a screen, if you bypass the error and you get the TV to stay on, you are still going to have obviously you're still going to have a half a screen, but you want to figure out, is that half a screen coming from the LEDs, or if it is actually a screen problem, which usually past Sonys are known for having a bad LCD panel or driver. So I would just pull it apart, pull the screen off, and then if you can, fire it up and then see if it is the actual LEDs or LED strips that are not turning on, which is making half of the screen dark. Okay, so it's really no need. This really makes no sense to even try to bypass it first, because you're probably gonna end up messing up something. All right, but thanks, Mr. Grilled Chicken Wrap. Okay, it says day. Hello, sir. Stuff in my Philips DVD player repair. Hello, sir. My Philips home theater model HT. Okay, it looks a little different. Mine its auxiliary is not working. Please make a video. Give the solution. Unfortunately, I made that video about 8 years ago, so I don't really work on that kind of stuff. But if your auxiliary is not working, I guess you mean the auxiliary input, right? Yeah, I would just say take it apart, make sure nothing's not burnt. Trace those auxiliary jacks back if you can. If not, just hire a professional. Take it to a repair shop. Okay. Jack says, I forgot to pull the plug from the power supply before testing the LEDs. Okay. Do you think I've now cooked the power supply? Well, when you mean testing, I don't understand what you're saying. If you use the LED checker when you tested it, then quite obviously, it should, because the LED is going to compensate for whatever voltage that you have there already. I believe. I'm not sure. If you're using a checker, but it shouldn't. I mean, unless you saw some smoke or something. I mean, it shouldn't. It says if you got to pull the plug from the power supply before testing the LEDs. I don't know if you mean the power cord or if you mean the plug that's going to the LEDs. I'm not sure what you mean by that. But if you didn't see any smoke and it's doing the same thing as it's doing before you checked it, then I'm pretty sure your power supply board is okay. Yeah, so like me, when I check the LEDs, yeah, first of all, yeah, definitely make sure that you unplug the power, the main power from the AC, okay? And then I always pull the plug out, if I can, the LED plug wire out of the power supply board, and then I'll check it. If I'm using a tester, if you're using a regular meter and try to check the voltage, then quite obviously you have to have the LEDs plugged in and the power supply and the power plugged in also, so you can check and see if it's getting any voltage up there in the first place, right? All right, Jack, thanks for watching. Worst video on YouTube. You need your own U-turn. Appreciate that. I see. Yeah, you always complain. That's a good name. All right. Can I pay you to fix mine? I see you say in Chicago. Sure. Give me a call, Mark Anthony. Just Google Mark Anthony Electronics. And yeah, as long as you are, unfortunately, I have to come out to the home. As long as you are in the south suburbs of Chicago or on the far south side of Chicago, I do come out. Right, okay. Crazy. Yes, it is. Alright, so Merch with Dan asks me, says, hey, big dog, I have a 55-inch Insignia, and I'm dealing with the same problem. Okay, so that was really a backlight repair. I followed both your guys and got to the part to test the LED strips. Unfortunately, all of the LEDs work. The TV turns on and you see the home screen, and then within seconds, 2 minutes, it goes black and you can still hear the sound. Okay, I bought everything needed for the repair and feel lost now. If you hold a flashlight to the screen, you can still see the background. Thoughts? Yes, you have a leaky LED that's causing the TV to shut off. And your words that you use here, or the key thing that you said, was to take seconds to minutes. All right, so it may stay on for a minute, it may stay on for a few seconds, it cuts off. What you can do is you can hold, if you have an LED checker, a good one, you should be able to hold on each strip or each line. I don't know if you have the TV checking apart already, but hold the checker on there and see which one of those strips is kind of like fluctuating a little bit, or see which one of those strips takes longer. Maybe there's an LED on that particular strip. It takes longer to come on. Let's just say these are your LED strips in your TV, right? All right, so when you light them up at the checkpoint, at the test point right here, or the checkpoint, whatever you want to call it, the 2 checkpoints right here, you have to look very closely and see which one is either blinking while you're holding your tester on there. It may flash, and it may take longer to light up than the other ones do, or it may like cut off. You'll be able to tell, and you'll also be able to see it on your meter also. But if you want just to avoid all that, just go ahead and just order all of the strips for the TV and be done with it. Okay, so yeah, that's what I would say on that one. Okay. All right, thanks, Merch with Dan. Okay, it's Rashmika Patel asks, he's got a ZX, okay, backlight strip. I need to replace one LED light. What type single LED what type single LED work, and where to get the single picture, whatever. I guess you're asking about the LED, individual LEDs. SMD 3528 or 2835. SMD, look that up. Just look up LG LED. Just go on Google. Google is amazing. Trust me. Just go on Google and look up something like TV backlight LEDs or surface mount LEDs for backlight, and it'll come up there small. Obviously you can't see it because I got my webcam here. I was showing you because you're not gonna be able to see it. But they're all pretty much the same size, and you gotta figure out if it's either a 3-volt LED or a 6-volt LED. So if not, I'll just replace the strip. I mean, and be done with it. Because instead of going through all the trouble trying to find out, what LED it is and solder it, you just need to order the one strip. You got the part number right here, so just order the one strip. I know people like, to dibble and dabble and stuff and experiment, which is actually really good. But like I said, SMD 3528 or SMD 2835 LED lights, the little square ones, and that's the one to get. All right, and make sure they are for TVs and not just a regular LED. All right. Okay. Roberto, like that name, Robert. Roberto asks me, says, hello, ASAP. I have a HighSense TV. The model is a 58H8G, 50-inch. Everything is fine, but it don't turn on. Okay, it don't turn on. All right. I unplug and plug in the TV. A light just flashes for a second and then don't flash anymore. Can you give me some tips on what you think is wrong with the TV? Thank you. Yes, the TV is broke. All right, that's all I can say about that one. If you're getting a flashing light at the bottom of the TV for a few seconds, cuts off, you're gonna have to go through some checks. Watch my videos, okay, guys. Make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so whenever I do another video, a new video, you will be notified. Okay. I got plenty of videos on how to check the LED strips first. All right, and then you have to keep going from there. Okay, as far as troubleshooting. So that's a pretty broad question, Roberto. Sorry I can't help you out on as far as pinpointing what the problem is, but I appreciate your question. Thanks, David. Yes, and if you watch one of my videos on fixing a TV plus the LEDs, always scroll down to the description. In most cases, if I don't forget, I will put the part number or the link to where to get the parts in the description. All right, guys. Hey, Randolph asks me, he said, I have a Vizio 60-inch left side of screen flickering backlights. I'm going for power supply board first, then backlights. What do you think? I think that is totally wrong. All right. If you just got money to waste, then yeah, buy a power supply board first. But I don't think the power supply board have anything to do with just the left side of the screen flickering. Okay. Yeah, so I would just quite naturally check the backlight. If you're going to spend money on the power supply, just go ahead and buy a backlight tester and then test the strip, the lines on the LED strips. Okay, but I'm pretty sure that sounds like a strip, especially a Vizio. That's the problem. That is a common problem. It will start on one side and then eventually it'll get worse. All right, Randolph. Rayon asked me, do you know where I can find the screen? I got one and the top part of my screen is busted. Where can you find the screen? Well, you can't. All right. Watch my videos before. You cannot find screens for TVs. Just forget about it. All right. Wasting your time. Okay. So it's going to cost you just as much as a TV for a screen if you got like a 60-inch or higher. So that's why they do not sell the screens by itself for TVs. All right. So if your screen's cracked, there's nothing to do with the TV, unfortunately. To bring you the bad news there, Mr. Williams. Okay. Tyler Jordan asked me, I have a Sharp 58-inch Roku TV. Okay, same one as the one in the video. All right. Screen went black, no sound. I unplugged the TV, waited 24 hours, plugged it back in. Now it says Sharp Roku TV, the screen goes black again. 7 seconds later, it repeats continuously. I changed the power supply board and power cable. No change, any device. Okay, so screen went black with no sound. Usually, most case history with the TV is you have a backlight problem. Sharp Roku TV repeating itself over and over again. Okay, so first thing you want to do is check the backlights. When the TV goes off, put a flashlight up to it. See if you got an image on the back of this, image on this anywhere on the screen. Backlight problem. All right. Backlight test, so you can check that. But either backlights or just keep repeating. If you keep cycling, saying Sharp Roku TV, then that could be a main board problem also. All right. So that's the best advice I can give you on that, Tyler. Okay. David asked me. He says, "Is parts available since COVID has limited or stopped trade with China?" I have never heard of any shit like that in my life. I've been ordering parts from AliExpress and Alibaba for the past couple of years. Haven't had any problems. Now, if you're trying to order weapons, David, or any kind of rifles or AK-47s, then yeah, maybe you're gonna have a problem there. But as far as TV repair parts, I would say, yeah, parts are still available. Okay. And there are also parts available on eBay, which are people who have parts here in the United States, and also on Shop Jimmy. Okay, thanks for watching, David. All right, Explorer 2017 asked me, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for subscribing, David and Explorer. Says, when I checked the voltage, I unplugged the LED wires and power supply. Then I plugged the TV back up, then the board smoked. Wow, bro. That's crazy. I don't know what you were doing to make the board smoke, but just unplugging the wires. This is a LED TV, yeah. So if it's talking about the same TV, I don't know why the board was smoked, but I don't know what you did. You must have did something, or maybe it was coincidence the board started smoking, so. Yeah, the power supply board smoke. You definitely have to replace the power supply board. And check the LED strips, lines, plugs, or whatever after that. All right. All right, Explorer. Appreciate the question. Great video. Thank you. Thank you, Lochnar. Make sure you subscribe. I see your name up here. I see people, you people are up here asking me questions on a lot of my videos, but you don't subscribe. Why? I don't know. That's why you ask me questions, because if you subscribe, you get alerts. All right, you get alerts about every new video that I make. So you guys subscribe to my channel, man. Subscribe to my channel. All right. Appreciate you, Ray. Logan says, bro, shit had me rolling. There we go. I appreciate you, Logan. All right, I'm not gonna spend too much more time here. Let me see. All right, okay, this is a question right here. It says, hi, from Prachi, Reina. Hi, I'm trying to fix flickering screen in my 43-inch RCA Roku TV. Model, okay. Flickering screen. Can you please make a video on how to locate the ribbon strips? There we go again. It should be an easy fix, but I'm having a hard time figuring out how to open the entire frame correctly and not just the TV circuit board. Alright. So, like I said, once again, I got a whole, if you go on my channel, I got a whole playlist on taking these TVs apart. And it's pretty simple. You take the back cover off, figure out how to take the outer bezel off so you can pull the screen out. Alright, disconnect the driver boards, TCON boards, and then, you know, and then pull the screen out. Yeah, so the ribbon strips are always inside of, I guess, I don't know what kind of ribbon strips you're talking about, but I guess you're assuming, I'm assuming you're talking about the LED strips. They're inside behind the screen. So you're gonna have to figure that part out. Okay, to get any further on that repair, Francha, thanks for watching. Fair weather fan, look like spin Ghoulie right there. So you have a bad panel. Is it garbage? No fix. That's correct. Garbage. Throw it away. Okay, I guess so. Okay, Randy Freeman says Emerson flat screen has vertical colored lines. However, there is a good picture behind the vertical lines. Alright, I installed a new TCON board I purchased off of eBay, but it still did not fix the problem. Yes, if you have a picture behind the vertical lines, it is not the TCON board. Okay, I don't know if I answered this question last time in my other video on answering questions, but that sounds familiar. Yeah, usually it's a bad panel, and that sounds like an older TV, a 32-inch Emerson that I used to work on years ago, right? That I used to get. So it most likely has a bad panel. So yeah, put a TCON on the board, and it usually, if you get any kind of picture, like I said, on the screen with lines in front of it or whatever, then it's not the TCON board. All right, so it's either the main board, or 90% of the time it is the bad panel. It's a bad driver board on the panel, or just the panel's bad. The screen is bad. All right, Randy. My XBR 65 810C display does not light up, but it blinks white. Then switches to 8 flashes. All right, so let me do this for you. Let's see what's going to come up. Go to Google. Put in XBR, your model numbers, -65X8110C, 810C. Next to that, type in 8 flashes. Hit enter. See what you get. All right. Appreciate that, Andre, I'm sorry. Okay. Screen turn on all black but illuminated, and it does nothing. It's not giving an image. Alright, anytime you have a TV that the backlights come on but you not have any image, no words on the screen, no input, no logo, just a backlit gray, or it's probably going to look gray or black or blue screen, they have a problem with number one, the TCON board, or the bad LCD panel. If you can, if you're not skilled in testing voltages and all that kind of stuff, TCON boards usually aren't that cheap. I'm sorry, usually aren't that expensive, I'm trying to say. Just replace the TCON board and see what happens, alright? Okay, Roberto Riviera, a subscriber, asked me, hey, Big Dog, thanks to the video, I found the Sharp TV, okay, 58-inch, on the street, and using a video, I got it working, but the picture is a little dark, okay? I have the brightness level as high as it will go, and it's watchable but not vibrant. I noticed one little area on the top center of the screen, about 1 foot wide and 4 inches down, where very noticeably brighter than the rest of the screen. Could you give me any idea where to start looking for a cause? Is there a chance I don't have the video cabling correctly? In the video, you recommend taking off the 3 white screens together. I took mine off one at a time. Is Papa put one in backwards? Yes, it's very possible. Yeah. Now, see, this is what I'm saying. He says, in the video, you recommend taking off all 3 screens together, but I took mine off one at a time. So, my thing is, Why would you do that? I don't know. I don't know why you would do that. But you know, not following instructions. That way you could have eliminated that problem, right? You could have said, well, I put the screen back on like he said do it, and I didn't turn anything or turn them over or anything, so that's probably should be fine. But yeah, anyway, it's always good to check the LEDs before you put the screen back on. Okay, any of the screens back on, make sure they're all lighting up properly. Okay, because you wait till afterwards to put the screen, put the screen on first and then check them. And then quite obviously, you're not going to know if it's a bad, if you damage the panel putting it on there or taking it off or whatever. But yeah, definitely check those connectors that are going from the ones that you disconnected from the TCON board going to the screen, below to the screen. Check and make sure all those connectors, rubber connectors, are insecurely pushed in all the way. Take them out, pull them off. Look at the contacts on the cables, the connectors. Make sure those are not bent or twisted or broke. All right, so yeah, so always keep those screens together, because if you flip one of those diffuser screens around or anything like that, you'll probably get a bad picture. So guys, like I said, guys, make sure that you do subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell after you subscribe, next to where it says subscribe. There's also a logo on my repair videos on the bottom right corner of the screen that says subscribe. Just hit that. All right, so you guys can get my videos as soon as I publish them. All right, you'll get a notification, and a lot of times those videos will answer a lot of you guys' questions, because I'm also talking and giving instructions as I'm doing the videos as far as what you should check and safety precautions. All right, guys. So until then, guys, if I don't see you, you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, all that good stuff. Blessings go out to y'all families. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Big Dog out.